Hi, it's Jill from Jilly Bean Studio. I hope you can come along today to play in a new composition notebook, junk journal, and to have some fun with scraps. Welcome to my channel, or welcome back. I'm glad you're here. I hope you grab a cup of something you enjoy and can settle in and journal a bit today too. So this is the new one, the Composition Notebook Junk Journal for March and April. I'm gonna kind of go through today the basic setup I've done, and this one definitely needs a little bit more work. I'm still in the setup phase, and so these are my front pages. I am doing the 100-day project. I'm doing 100 days of using scraps, and most of the little projects that I make will end up right probably in this journal, since this is set up for both March and April. Ooh, I love this postcard from Trader Joe's. The little bag there was part of the 100-day project, and the letter J. So having a bunch of fun with that. Before I get too far into today's video, I want to show you that this is a very similar setup that I did for January and February. And I have had a few questions about how I set up my journal. So it's not quite a tutorial, but I'll definitely give you some tips today in today's video. And look, I love to chunk them up. So I'll share with you some of the ways I do that and some of the ways I reinforce the pages, because that is important when you layer them up like I love to do. Here's the actual comp notebook I use or been using lately. And then later in the video, I'll show you the technique I use to make these cute little numbers. This is my 100th day project for today. And yep, digging into the scrap bin. So I hope if you have some fun scraps to play with, you'll pull them out. To get started, I thought I would go over really a quick share on how I like to set up my comp notebooks. Again, not a tutorial, but some quick tips for you. So I set them up for 2 months, and I do an equal amount of pages for each month. So I'll talk a little bit more about that later. I usually have a monthly cover page. I remove pages because there's just too many in a comp notebook. So I'll show you that as well. And it's really important to reinforce your binding. That sweet little piece of string that holds this whole notebook together, I don't think is enough. So I use washi, glue stick, fabric, muslin, all those things. And then I also double page spread. I guess that makes sense, right? I glue 2 pages together for every journal page that I make with a glue stick, and I put washi on the edges. And probably what you never see is I often put a dictionary on it or a heavy book after I'm done writing, because I like to document and also do all the fun artsy things in the journal as well. So kind of keeps it closed and in good shape. So the equal amount of pages may or may not make sense to you. I don't know. The reason I say that is, say for example, you have February, which is a short month, and then a longer month like March. If I did those 2 together, I want to keep my pages equal because of the way I tear out notebook pages. So here's an example of the binding. You gotta be kind to it. So I reinforce it often with fabric, washi tape, a little bit of extra glue. And the reason that I leave extra pages in a short month is I tear from the front, and then of course the page that's part of this pair. Yep, front and back. Reminding myself to tell you that will pop right out. I don't skip count, if that makes sense. Like some people do 1, 2, 3, 4, tear a page. 1, 2, 3, 4, tear a page. Not me. I don't trust myself. I think I'll miscount. And so that way all the pages kind of stay in order for me. So I'm happy to answer your questions in the description box, and not the description box, in the comments, and I will link, Jill wants to say, oh my goodness, please, in the description box, ways that I've shown in more detail how I have actually put my composition notebook junk journals together. But anyways, thought I'd say that because it's a new journal, and oftentimes when you do a new journal, others are interested in how you got it going that way. Okay, these are the beginning pages of March. I tend to do 2 to 4 pages a week. Isn't that cute? I think that's darling. I like although it's not hooked together. Okay, Jill, I need to staple that in or something to the belly band. I like the faux tea bags. Did that top date for the 100-day project with the Queen of Hearts. Girl Scout cookies, yum. Yeah, so the first week or so of March, still have a bit more journaling to do on this page. And again, I've been trying to post on Instagram the 100-day project, different scrappy things that I do. So I hope I'm going to be good about that. So far, I'm keeping up. We'll keep our fingers crossed. A group of butterflies is a kaleidoscope. Isn't that a wonderful image? I love that. So these are the current pages. I have not a lot set up in the rest of the journal, by the way. And oh yeah, another tip I should share is I really got to get on this, because you don't want your journal to be wonky and lopsided. So it is really good if you can get down papers all the way through and a little bit of paint, just to get your journal prepped a bit more instead of working new page after new page, if that makes sense, so that you have a journal that has lots of papers and fabric and washi throughout. It'll make, I guess, for a more balanced journal, so it doesn't get lopsided, I guess. That is a little journal that I've been working on. I took a quick scan of that. That's what was in that pocket. And I'm playing with more scraps. Look at these pretty scraps. I love that rag kind of look, handmade paper. So for the rest of the video, I'm going to set up the page on the right and show you how I've been making some numbers in a little bit different way with the scraps that I'm pulling from these bins. I like to have these, basically a small bin and a large bin on my desk. Ooh, aren't these cute? Felt stickers. Those are from the Dollar Tree. What was I saying? Oh, I like to have these 2 size bins when I'm working on a project. The larger box, which is just a box top, and that smaller bin, it kind of keeps me focused. I was chatting just recently about the feeling sometimes we have all these goodies and all these scraps, and you can definitely feel overwhelmed by them. And I'm trying to get better about a storage system. In fact, I was recently chatting about that, and I know Joey DeFee has a good storage system. I watched a video. I've been meaning to link that video, so I will do that in the description box. But yeah, any way that you can organize your scraps and help you so that you enjoy working with them, I think that's my goal. Okay, so moving on to this technique, I actually already cut out the numbers, but I want to show you how I made them because it's so simple. Really, really easy to do. Here is my bit of scrap paper. I love that with the pretty florals and leaves and everything. And this technique I have enjoyed all week long. I've been playing with it. All you do, and I'm sure somebody else has done it. I don't know. I just was actually just simply playing. So nothing new under the sun, right? Anyway, I'm doodling circles. Let me see if you can see this. Teardrops, flower shapes, any simple shape you want, and then coloring in between. Getting down, permanent marker. I can't even remember the last time I used the Sharpie actually, so I'm feeling good about that. Ooh, feeling even better about the coffee. I hope you're enjoying something right now. And as you can probably tell, I am going to speed the video up. I have sped it up, and I'm going to continue to do that because there's a lot of coloring. Yeah, how easy is this technique? I like the look though. Get a background down. It's almost the opposite of a silhouette where you have that bold shape, and instead you're going around the shapes. And I'm going to go in with another permanent marker. This happens to be an Adenti, it's just one I have nearby. Do some outlining. Now this piece is not, I'm not going to turn this into a number right at this moment. I simply wanted to show you what I've been working on this week and today for the 100th day project. Yeah, I hope I continue to do that more on camera as well. Easy, right? But cute. Oh, and also this is a great pen to use, a white gel pen. I love the Signo gel pen by Uniball. Pop in some more teardrops, dots, speeding up again, couple asterisks, fill in your space. I like that. Today I'm talking about how I did this for the number 11 because this is on Saturday the 11th, but I'm sure you could think of lots of ways to use this for letters, numbers, or anything. It's kind of cute on its own. Top of a tag. Yeah, something a little different, right? A way to use your scraps, let the cute little pattern shapes pop out with your doodles, and there you have it. So I just wanted to share that technique. That's how I made the 11s, although obviously I made them a little bit bigger. I'd love to know what you're doing with your scraps, what fun things you're playing with in your journal lately. Oh, I'm not over that. Look at this paper. Now that side's a little bit busy though. That is beautiful. I'm gonna finish up this page today, I think as far as a background. Get this down. And I use the same technique on the left-hand side page with the sort of chocolate brown and pink on that scrappy piece. And I attach that. That's a postcard from the New York Botanical Garden. I think that's passion fruit, and made kind of put together a pocket there with a little bit of lace on the bottom. Glue in. I love to layer my pages and leave a little spot for writing or a pocket or a tuck spot to write about just the normal everyday things that happen across the week. I always document a little bit and then play with all the artsy things, right? So how is your March journaling going? Are you doing the 100-day project, doing scrappy things? What are you enjoying? I feel the 100-day project got me a little more motivated. I'm not big on Instagram, and I have been thinking about it for a while, and so that's helped me, yeah, just get rolling and get going a little bit more. And the nice part of that is now I'm seeing all these other things for the 100 Days projects from so many creative projects. It's really inspirational. I encourage you to click on the hashtag and check out everybody else, what they're doing. It can really be anything. Oh, and this is fun. I bought shape cards and I also picked up number cards at the Dollar Tree, and those are perfect for your calendar dates as well. All right, well, we're at the end of today's video, but I really appreciate you stopping by, and I hope you have a fun time journaling as well. So happy journaling to you.